Good morning. Welcome on behalf of the VFW Livermore Post 7265, Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 7265 Auxiliary, and American Legion Post 47. My name is John Dubois. I'm the incoming post commander of Post 7265, this morning's Master of Ceremonies. Today's colors are being presented by Scouting of America Troop 294, Dominic McFarland, Justin Zipton, Aiden Winter, Evan Leisher, and led by Assistant Senior Patrol Leader Gavin Cruz. Please stand for the presentation of our national colors and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Post 7265 Auxiliary President-elect Gina Collinsworth, followed by the invocation of Post 7265 Chaplain Jerry Amiston and the Pledge of Allegiance by Gavin Cruz of Troop 924.
Honor Guard, attention. Honor Guard, advance. Please salute or place your right hand over your heart. Left face. The anthem? Or is it just...
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight all the ramparts were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Honor Guard, present the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Honor Guard, reform. Right face. Honor Guard, advance. Thank you. Please be seated.
Shall we pray? God, our Heavenly Father, who is before us, who watches over us in the things that we do, we just thank you for the fact today that we can honor our veterans, both in many of the wars that have preceded us. We ask, Lord, that you will continue to strengthen and guide their families, help them as they live each day so that they will honor this country that we fought for. We thank you for your many blessings that you give to each of us. And we, as a body of people from this community, we ask, Lord, that you not forget those who are missing that have not been found yet, our prisoners of war, and those who still guard our country while we are standing here today. We ask, Lord, that you will continue to bless us. We ask that you'd bless the family of the Kellys whose body has been returned today. We ask that you'll bless them, help them to honor you. We give you praise and honor in your name. Amen.
All right, thank you, Troop 924, Gina and Chaplain Jerry. So welcome, distinguished guests. Please be seated. Sorry, you guys. From the City of Livermore, we have Mayor John Mashon, all City Council members of Livermore in attendance, Trevor Dilling from Senator Jerry McNeary's office, Parks Reserve Force Training Area Command Sergeant Major Stephen Laurie, past President of Livermore Stockman's Rodeo Association Sheila Fagliano, Veterans of Foreign War District 10 Commander Michael Gilmore, and representatives from Livermore and Pleasanton Police and Fire Department. The purpose of laying wreaths at the military sites or during military ceremonies is to honor and remember those who have served and sacrificed in the armed forces. The circular shape of the wreath, often made of evergreen leaves, symbolizes eternal life and enduring memory, and it's visual and symbolic reminding that the fallen will not be forgotten. For the placement of the wreaths this morning, escorted by Veterans of Foreign War members Randy Giddings. Who's gonna? You gonna? Okay, you gonna do all of them? Sorry. Sure. Okay. First, on behalf of the VFW, wife of Post 7265 member George Reel, is Marietta Reel and daughter Tashera. On behalf of VFW Auxiliary, Chaplain Marilyn Rodriguez. Here you go. Here you go. On behalf of American Legion, Post 47 member Captain Cheyenne Jones. On behalf of Blue Star Moms, Susie Lister. On behalf of Daughters of American Revolution, Natalie Beck. On behalf of Native Daughters of American West, Diana Geyer. Thank you, ladies. Next, we have Post 7265 member Nicholas Cruz, who will be joining to read the meaning of the General Order number 11.
Thank you. Today, the meaning of General Order number 11. Headquarters, Grand Army of the Republic, Washington, D.C., May 5, 1868. Quote, the 30th day of May, 1868, is designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of their country during the late rebellion and whose bodies now lie in almost every city, village, and hamlet churchyard in the land. This is the first line of General John A. Logan's General Orders number 11, originally called Decoration Day, a day when Americans took time to decorate the graves of soldiers who gave their lives in the Civil War. In 1971, Congress passed the National Holiday Act, the Act of 1971, which designated the last Monday in May as Memorial Day observed, a day in which most Americans celebrate with a 3-day weekend and a barbecue. General Logan's order further states, it is the purpose of the Commander-in-Chief to inaugurate this observance with the hope that it will be kept up from year to year, while a survivor of the war remains to honor the memory of his departed comrades. General Logan was instrumental in the founding of the Grand Army of the Republic, a veterans group comprised of former Union Army soldiers. The last line of Order number 11 reads, quote, department commanders will use every effort to make this order effective. Here today, we veterans of foreign wars continue this tradition, honoring all American soldiers, Marines, sailors, and airmen who gave their lives in defense of our nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Next, we have our guest speakers. I'd like to first introduce City of Livermore Mayor John Marchand. Thanks, sir.
Thank you and good morning. Welcome to this Memorial Day Remembrance Ceremony. Thank you for joining us today as we pay tribute to the brave veterans who gave their lives in service to our nation. And thank you to the Livermore Valley VFW Post 7265 and the American Legion for organizing this meaningful ceremony and for their dedicated advocacy for veterans and their families throughout the year. At its heart, Memorial Day is about sacrifice. It is about men and women who sacrificed their lives after answering the call to serve our country. Memorial Day is also about the sacrifices made by the families who were also committed to the service when their loved ones answered the call. Today marks a very special Memorial Day because it marks the homecoming of one of Livermore's own. Lieutenant Thomas Kelly was born in 1923, raised in Livermore, and graduated from Livermore High School. When World War II broke out, he enlisted in the Army Air Corps and served as a bombardier. His B-21 Liberator, which was named Heaven Can Wait, was shot down in 1944 over Hansa Bay in Papua New Guinea. Lieutenant Kelly and his comrades were lost for over 70 years in those peaceful waters of New Guinea, a peace that contrasts with the war that raged above them generations ago. In the words of the much-loved hymn, Amazing Grace, there is a lyric about salvation. I once was lost, but now I'm found. 7 years ago, the Heaven Can Wait was found. Our deep gratitude goes to those who kept up the search and led the effort to bring him home. Yesterday, after 81 years, Lieutenant Kelly was brought home to Livermore with a military escort. Today, this Memorial Day, he will finally be laid to rest. The poet Milton said, "They also serve who stand and wait." For Lieutenant Kelly's family and for Livermore, the wait is over. Lieutenant Kelly, welcome home. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor Marchand. Next guest speaker is past president of Livermore Stockman's Rodeo Association and first ever female president of the Stockman's Association, which was formed in 1918, Sheila Fagliano.
Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day we have today. I am so proud to be a part of this ceremony. It's an honor to pay respect to our veterans, past and present, who have sacrificed so much for our country and our freedom. My name is Sheila Fagliano, and I'm proud to represent the Livermore Stockman's Rodeo Association today. The Livermore Stockman's Rodeo Association is made up of ranchers, farmers, business people from our community. Some are pioneer families that have been in our valley for generations, and some are relatively new to the area. Together, we share a desire to keep an over century-old tradition alive and vibrant in our community, while supporting our citizens, community, and our veterans to the best of our ability. I'm not sure if everyone knows the relationship of the Livermore Stockman's Rodeo Association and our veterans and how it came about. In 1918, the United States entered into World War I. At that time, the government levied a tax on all cities to help pay for the cost of the American Red Cross serving our troops. As I'm sure you could imagine, Livermore was a small ranching and farming community and could not afford the assessment put upon them. Like most of rural America, Livermore was made up of ranchers and farmers and people who provided services to them. Most families bought on credit and paid their debts when they sold their livestock, so money was not plentiful. Well, being a resourceful community, Livermore was and still is, and Mr. John McGlinchey, who was the president of the Livermore Stockman's Protection Association at the time, got together with several of the local stockmen and came up with a plan to help our community. Working together, they decided to put on a rodeo in order to raise the necessary funds for the Red Cross. The first rodeo was held in an open field near the area where Portola runs into Highway 580. The rodeo was a success and provided the funds needed for the Red Cross. And from that day in 1918, the Livermore Stockman's Rodeo Association was created, and Livermore Rodeo became an annual event and still is a part of our city's history. Today, 107 years later, the Livermore Stockman's Rodeo Association has grown. In 2008, we founded the Livermore Rodeo Foundation. The foundation supports our local Veterans Post 7265, our Ag Day program for all third graders in Livermore, and donates to the Stanford Healthcare Library, just to name a few. Another area of pride is the foundation's providing scholarships to our young people pursuing higher education in an agricultural-related field. To date, our foundation has given out over $250,000 in scholarships. This beautiful park we are standing in today recognizes the contribution of our veterans, our city, and those Stockmen that created the legacy of honoring and respect for those who served then and still today. The statue of the young Stockman needs no explanation. The stock brands that surround the monument belong to Stockmans and veterans, new and old. Some of the brands are more current, but many go back generations and are a point of pride, of family legacy, much like a coat of arms. These brands illustrate the continued presence of our veterans and Stockmen in our valley and their continued willingness and commitment to serve and defend our nation. Our city has grown. It's no longer the tiny community it once was in 1918. Many of our citizens have come from other cities, states, even countries, and may not be familiar with the spirit of the service that inspired this park. Our hope is, when visiting this park, it serves to instill a sense of community and the desire to learn more about the heritage and the pride of the Livermore Valley. And as we celebrate our 107th year, we are so proud and honored to be, of our Livermore Rodeo, as we have been inducted into the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame. Once again, I would like to thank you for allowing me the privilege to speak here today. I wish you all a wonderful Memorial Day, and long live the sport of rodeo. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sheila. Next is Parks Reserve Force Training Area Command Sergeant Major Stephen Laurie.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we pause not just to remember, but to feel and to reflect. Yesterday, I had the solemn honor of carrying the casket of Second Lieutenant Thomas V. Kelly, Jr., the World War II bombardier whose remains were recently repatriated after more than 80 years. Today, he finally joins his parents and sister to rest at St. Michael's Catholic Cemetery. And today, he serves as a reminder of what Memorial Day is actually about. Lieutenant Kelly was just 21 years old when his plane was shot down in the Pacific. He answered the call of duty, he climbed into that bomber, and he never made it home, until now. We often speak of the sacrifices people make in abstract. We say freedom isn't free, or they gave their lives for their country. But sometimes, in all the ceremony and the tradition, we forget that these were real people with names, with faces, with families, people who laughed, who dreamed, and people who loved. Lieutenant Kelly is one face of that sacrifice. But here and now, I ask you, who else do you see? Maybe it's a grandfather who never came back from Korea, a childhood friend lost in Iraq, a neighbor's son who served in Afghanistan, the dog tags from an uncle who was drafted in Vietnam. Maybe it's a name etched into a monument, or a face in a faded photograph. Each of them had a story. Each of them mattered. And each of them deserves to be remembered, not just today, but every day we enjoy the freedoms they helped preserve. So as we remember Lieutenant Kelly, I invite you to remember your own. Say their names in your heart. Picture their faces. Let this day be more than just a holiday. Let it be a homecoming in your soul for those who never returned. Memorial Day isn't about war. It's about warriors. It's about ordinary men and women who did extraordinary things and never asked for praise. They didn't serve for recognition. They served because they believed in something greater than themselves. We do not honor them today because they're famous, but because they are faithful, faithful to their mission, to their crew, and to their country. Friends, community, they were faithful to you and I. We tread upon the path of freedom laid by giants, men and women who gave their lives to forge the foundation of democracy. And we have the privilege, and far more importantly, we have the responsibility to live lives worthy of that sacrifice, to honor them not just with flags and flowers, but with purpose, with courage, and with gratitude. So today, let us pause and reflect and remember Lieutenant Kelly. Let us remember our fallen together. Let us give a face to sacrifice and never, ever forget what that costs. God bless our fallen heroes, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, Sergeant Major. Recently, the city of Livermore has started the military banner program. If you look around you today at the light poles here at Stockman's Park, you'll notice banners representing each branch of the military service. New to the park this year are banners honoring local veterans and active duty service members of the United States Armed Forces. In May of 2024, the city of Livermore launched a military banner program to which honor veterans and active duty service members from our local community. Banners are also planned to be placed along Veterans Way from May through November each year. This year, there are 17 veterans honored with banners. At the end of the program, each of the banners will be presented to the families at a future Livermore City Council meeting. To learn more about the program, please visit the City of Livermore's website. John McCrae, a Canadian colonel and surgeon, wrote the poem In Flanders Field after witnessing the death of a close friend during the 1915 battle in Belgium. The red poppies in the poem have become a powerful symbols of remembrance and sacrifice. Before Memorial Day 1922, the Veterans of Foreign Wars conducted its first buddy poppy distribution, and a tradition that continues today. Perhaps no flowers evokes more memories and emotions of war than the red poppy. Here to read the poem In Flanders Field is great niece of Post 7265 member Ed Bijorno, Autumn Zendejas.
In Flanders Field by John McCrae. In Flanders Field, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the lark, still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Field. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you, from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies blow, in Flanders Field. In Flanders Field by John McCrae.
Thank you, Autumn. Next, the reading and presentation of the Bells of Honor is Post 7265 member Michael Gilmore and District 10 Commander.
The origins of Memorial Day can be traced back to the American Civil War, a war in which our country witnessed the most horrific conflict our nation has ever endured. Americans killing Americans, resulting in an estimated 620,000 dead Union and Confederate soldiers. On April 16, 1917, the United States entered the Great War in Europe, which had been raging since July of 1914. 116,516 American service members lost their lives in the Great World War. World War II found our nation involved in the largest global conflict the world has ever witnessed, with millions of young Americans answering the call to help free the world of tyranny. 407,316 never returned home. Before the ceasefire in 1953, 36,516 Americans lost their lives in the Korean War. Today, we still have U.S. troops serving on the Korean Peninsula, preserving peace. America's involvement in the Vietnam conflict began in 1955 and ended in 1974, lasting nearly 20 years. During that time frame, 58,209 American soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen were killed in the Vietnam War. On September 11, 2001, cowardly terrorists struck a blow to freedom in an unprovoked attack, killing 2,996 civilians and military personnel. This attack marked the deadliest attack by terrorists in human history. Since this attack on the United States, there have been over 7,100 American military personnel killed overseas, protecting those who cannot protect themselves. In our nation's short history of 249 years, the total number of Americans killed in all U.S. wars, from the American Revolution to the global war on terrorism, add up to over 1.1 million lives, with nearly 81,000 still unaccounted for. The 7 solemn tolls. During a Veterans Memorial service, the bell guard solemnly tolls the honor bell 7 times, with 7 seconds of silence between each toll. The toll signifies a distinct stage in a veteran's life, conveying special meaning. Toll 1, the choice to serve. The choice to serve symbolizes the veteran's readiness to sacrifice their life for their country, a dedication that only a few are chosen for. Toll 2, camaraderie. Camaraderie represents the bonds of friendship, family ties, and unity, and unite all service members. Toll 3, patriotism. Patriotism symbolizes the veteran's pride in country, a commitment to defend it, and the happiness in cherishing the freedoms protected by our Constitution. Toll 4, respect. Respect embodies the reverence bestowed upon a veteran by their community, earned through the service, and rightful honored by us. Toll 5, dignity. Dignity symbolizes the respect, treatment that a veteran's community accords to their fallen hero. Toll 6, honor. Honor signifies the respect owed to a deceased veteran by their fellow service members and community. Toll 7, the value of life. The value of life embodies the ultimate sacrifice made by the veteran, whether lost in combat or after years of dedicated service. The worth of a veteran cannot be fully expressed in words. Today, our brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces continue to serve both here at home and around the world, protecting freedom and democracy so our children may live in a better world.
Thank you, Michael and Tien. Next, I'm going to recall to the podium Gina Collinsworth to sing God Bless America.
God bless America, the land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, the land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you, Gina. Members who've passed in 2024 to 2025. Today, we not only honor the fallen brothers and sisters who fought bravely along our side, but we pay tribute to those who lost the past year. Following is a reading of names. Sorry, we had a cancellation here, so. So, following will be the reading of the names. We'll have a three rifle volley salute by Combined Firing Party of the Livermore Police Department and Honor Guard of VFW Post 7265, commanded by Bob Rochine. Playing with the taps is Richard Arenado of Post 7265. Tom Kelly, World War II Army Air Force, Livermore native, missing in action for 81 years. Anthony Arenado, Ronald Hoffman, William Ormond, and past Post 7265 chaplain, Milton Mike Reel. As we conclude today's presentation, I'd like to thank again the Scouts of America, Blue Star Moms, Livermore Chapter Daughters of America Revolution, Native Daughters of Golden West, Parlors 3-2, all of our guests and speakers in the city of Livermore. Typically, due to a special event, we have a private event at the Livermore Veterans Building. We normally have a social gathering, but today, in the event of Lieutenant Kelly, we'll be hosting their family. Next, we will have our Veterans Day celebration on Tuesday, November 11th at the Livermore Veterans Memorial Building. Thank you all for being here, and I ask that for one today, be safe and remember to have a meaningful Memorial Day. Thank you. Yeah.